Hi, I'm Carly. I read and review historical fiction, and I got to talk about this book. I just finished it and I loved it so much. It is not what I expected. And I'm so glad that I stuck with it, because there for a while I was like, is this the right book for me? Before I go any further, save this. You're gonna wanna remember this book. Just finished it on audio and I loved it so much that I didn't even get dressed. I didn't even try to make myself look presentable to come talk to you guys about this. Oh my God. Oh my God. Victoria Christopher Murray's brand new book, Harlem Rhapsody, published by Berkeley. Thank you, Berkeley, for the beautiful copy, is coming out very soon. And let me tell you why you need a copy of this book. This is the story of Jessie Redmond Fawcett, who was the right hand, if you will, of W.E.B. Du Bois, a preeminent just figure in not only Black culture, civil rights, Harlem Renaissance. Well, he hired Jessie Redmond Fawcett to be the literary editor at his magazine, The Crisis, the preeminent Black magazine of its time. Well, through her role at The Crisis, Jessie found, developed, edited, befriended, believed in some of the most influential and important writers of the Harlem Renaissance. Langston Hughes, for example. And this is her story. And when I first started this book, and I realized, I guess I didn't read the synopsis all that well, I realized, and I'm not giving you any spoilers because they're in the synopsis, that she's in an affair with her boss, who is also a married man, both of which are kind of problematic. Let's see where this goes. Yes, it is all about their affair, which there are times I wanted to just shake her. And I say this with much respect, as did the author. This man, who was very influential, was also very controlling. He was also misogynistic, and he was a womanizer. He had this hold on her that at times was so frustrating. Yet the last quarter of this book and how things resolved were worth it. Now that I've read the author's note, which is also part of the audio, by the way, I get it. Victoria Christopher Murray did an amazing job really shining a light on this woman and how her relationship overshadowed who she was. She mentioned in her author's note that she had over the years read tons about W.E.B. Du Bois, but had never really read about Jessie, who was one of the most prolific writers herself during the Harlem Renaissance. Victoria Christopher Murray does a great job of helping us see what it was like to be her at that time, not only through their relationship and throughout that struggle that she had, because she didn't want to get married. She really was very goal-oriented and focused on her career, and she didn't want that kind of relationship. So she felt comfortable with their arrangement. However, there are times when she doubted that. You get to really hear about that and kind of live that moment with her, but you also get to see her discover something about herself that she didn't really believe was true. The way this book resolved, chef's kiss. Historical fiction, when it's done well like this, it's so powerful, and her story is powerful. It just was so not what I expected. It's a who's who of Harlem elite in terms of arts and culture and literature, and I just ate it up. I ate it up with a spoon. While her affair is a big part of this book, it does not define her. Heroes like her can be flawed too. They're human. The characters really shine in this book. Look at this cover. Look at it. Love it. Look at the back cover. Just the illustrations on this are incredible. Thank you, Berkeley. Thank you, Victoria Christopher Murray, for creating this. I think this is going to be one that I highly recommend for a very long time. It's the perfect time to read this. Black History Month starts tomorrow, and you're going to need something to add to your TBR. And this is one of many that I'm reading right now that I think you're going to want to read. More to come. More to come. Stick around. Do I need to convince you anymore? Read this book.